Hello, welcome to this tutorial on how to use the Terra Education Enrollment Portal for Summer Springboard. We are so excited to have you here. My name is Katie and I'm a Summer Springboard Admissions Coordinator. In this video, we will walk through the step-by-step process of how to get your student enrolled for our program. Let's get started. If you are viewing this page, select Summer Springboard as your program to enroll in, then click here to start enrollment. You will then be taken to our enrollment page. That's better. So you are here on our enrollment page, and the first step is to select a campus location. Keep in mind, students have two options, residential or commuter. You can read a little bit about the differences here up at the top. We'll scroll down to select a location. From here, you'll select which location you'd like to enroll your student in. In this example, we will be using UC Berkeley as our selected campus location. You'll see it highlighted in blue once you've selected your campus location, then be automatically taken to step 2. Just like that. From here, we'll select our program dates. In this section, we'll select the program date that we'd like to enroll our student in at UC Berkeley. You'll see from the left to the right-hand side, start date, end date, student type, tuition cost, deposit amount, the status of the program, dates, and the options to select. For this example, I will select June 16th as my start date, June 28th as the end date, residential type, and do so select on the right-hand side. This will automatically take us down to the next section, Step 2A, Courses. Here's where you'll select the course that your student would like to study while they're on program. In this section, we'll select which academic course our student will study while they're on program. You'll see the options are listed in alphabetical order on the left. Your session is relative to the dates that we've selected in the previous section. If the course you'd like to study is not listed, we will need to change the dates at the top. So we'll scroll back and select a different session date. What we will do is select the next option. So we will go to residential for June 23rd through the July 5th. Hit select and we'll be taken back down to step 2A, courses. Here's where we can see our course options have changed. For this example, I will select emergency medicine. This brings us down to step 2B, tuition supplements. In this section, we have tuition supplements and optional add-ons for airport services. Please keep in mind some of our academic courses do require an additional supplement fee. These courses include Advanced Engineering and Internet of Things, Emergency Medicine, Pre-Medicine, Fundamentals of Engineering, Architecture, 3D CAD Design, and Veterinary Science. Because I've selected Emergency Medicine as my example course, I will also have to select the Emergency Medicine supplement. You'll see it on the left-hand side, and as each option is selected, you'll see it highlighted in blue. Please note that you'll also see the non-refundable application fee is automatically selected. If your student is traveling to the campus location program, we do offer airport services you can opt in for at this time. We have two different types available, unaccompanied minor airport pickup and drop-off, and our standard airport pickup and drop-off services. If your student's flight is booked with the airline as an unaccompanied minor traveler, we do require that you select unaccompanied minor airport services. This is so a staff member from Summer Springboard can meet your student at the airport and receive your student from the airline. That way, we can then provide transportation for your student to campus. If your student is traveling not as an unaccompanied minor, we're still able to provide airport transportation services that are added on at this time. You can select airport pickup or airport drop-off or both. If your flight for your student has not been booked yet, don't worry. Summer Springboard will publish and let you know about our flight parameters so you can make sure your student is flying in at a time where we can pick them up from the airport. In this section is where we will create your student's account. Here you'll be able to see your application status within your account, make payments online, and send donation links to your friends and family. Please take a moment to read the notes about creating your account. After you've completed entering your student's email address and the password, confirm the password, we're ready to move on to Section 4. Section 4, enter your contact information. Here's where we'll enter your student's contact information as well as any parental or guardian contact info. You'll start on the left-hand side, entering your student's information as it appears on the passport. first name, last name, email, country, phone number, then you'll select gender, sex assigned at birth, select the pronouns, I will select mine, date of birth, you'll enter the date of birth followed by the t-shirt size, then the name of the school your student is currently attending. Select the student's grade that's entering in fall of 2024. For this example, we'll use 10th grade. And if your student has a nickname, please enter it here. Then we'll go back up a little bit to add primary parent or guardian information. Once the primary parent or guardian information has been entered, please note the email address must be different from the student's. You also have the option to add a second parent or guardian, or add an advisor. For example, this is what pops down when we select Add Second Parent or Guardian. Here's a section to add in another section of information, and this is what it looks like to add an advisor. There we go. As we continue, we'll add the student's information address. Once we've completed this step of entering the student's residential address, in addition to the parent or guardian address, we can move down to the next section. Step 5, confirm your enrollment. Let's take a moment to review our selections from the previous sections. We can see under Program, we have Summer Springboard, UC Berkeley, which is our campus selection, then the residential student type, as well as the dates for the session that we've opted for. We can also see our academic course selected as well, UCB Emergency Medicine Session 2. Below that, we'll also see our non-refundable application fee, as well as our airport pickup and drop-off services that we've opted in for at this time. On the right-hand side, we'll be able to see the total tuition amount as well as the amount due now, which is the deposit that secures your student's spot. If you were given a scholarship or a promotion code, here's a section to enter it in. Once you've entered in that code, hit submit and you will receive the amount reflected in this section over on the bottom right-hand side. Once we're ready to move forward, we only have one more step until your student's spot is secured. Be sure to check this box at the bottom by selecting Reserve Your Spot and acknowledge and agree to the terms and conditions of privacy policy. Once you've selected this, let's go on to reserve your student's spot. We've made it to the last step before your student's spot is confirmed. Here's where you'll enter payment information as well as view the payment plan and any other details in relation to our refund policy. In this section, again, we'll be able to review our selections as well as scroll down and enter in our payment information. Let's go ahead and do that now. You'll see in this section there are 3 different payment types. You can opt for a bank account ACH payment transfer, credit card, or if you're sponsored by an outside organization, you can also enter those details in this section on the far right-hand side. Please take a note to review our refund policy for campus-based programs. Once we've taken a moment to review the refund policy for campus-based programs, we can scroll down to the final step. The parent will write their name in this section. Once the parent or guardian has entered the name into this section, the next step is to reserve your spot by selecting Next Step right here in blue. When you're seeing this screen, congratulations! Your student spot has been saved. Note at this step, the application is not yet complete. You can take the time to complete it now or come back to it a bit later. Here's where you will find the 2024 enrollment questions for students to complete in this section below. You can save and continue later or go on to the next step. The next step will take us to the medical forms. Once you're at the medical forms, you'll note here that the essays have been saved successfully. So any information or progress that you make on the essays will be saved. Down in the medical section form is where the student's information will be entered. In this section, we'd like to collect any information on your student, such as allergies, dietary preferences, or any previous injuries. Once the medical form section has been complete, we can move on to the Summer Springboard terms and conditions. After your student has completed the 2024 enrollment questions, the student's medical form information has been fully complete. We're then able to complete the last step, Summer Springboard terms and conditions. Please take a moment to read through the terms and conditions and sign at the bottom. Once we're able to read through the conditions, we can find the section for signature at the bottom. Here's where we'll enter the student name, parent guardian name, and the date. Once we've entered in that information, we can select Next Step. Once the application has been submitted, you will then be taken to the enrollment dashboard. Once your student's completed application has been received by the Summer Springboard team, please allow 7 to 10 business days for the team to review your student's application and provide a program acceptance decision update via email. In the meantime, if you have any new or follow-up questions or would like any assistance in submitting your student's application, please feel free to give us a call to speak to one of our admission coordinators by dialing 858-780-5660 or send us an email to support@summerspringboard.com. This brings us to the end of our enrollment tutorial. Thank you for watching, and on behalf of the SSB team, we can't wait to see you this summer. See you soon.